Vaishnava tickets and Navamrita can raise the hands, please. More. Hare Krishna, welcome to morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Kaustubha Krishna Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. Bhakti Alka Agarwal Mataji will be reading the Vaishnava etiquettes, followed by Cherikalpa Mataji reading the Namamrita. Welcome to everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Dhanvat Pranam. Vaishnav etiquettes, a manual of Vaishnav etiquette and lifestyle, and japa is not a race. Sometimes it may be tempting to try to beat the clock, to rush through one's japa to finish 16 rounds in even lesser time than yesterday. This must be avoided. Clear, attentive chanting should always be the emphasis, and one may adjust to a speed that one is naturally comfortable with. The words of the Maha Mantra must not be swallowed. At no cost should the quality of japa be compromised. For many devotees, 16 rounds takes a little under 2 hours. Oh, always discuss. Japa is so important that devotees should regularly discuss the subject and emphasize its importance and share realizations. P. Japa best in association of devotees. While japa is an individual spiritual discipline, it is advisable to do in association of devotees. While chanting alone, we may become a little lax, neglectful, or sleepy. In association of devotees, we are always under scrutiny, and there is always someone to check that we are not spacing out. When devotees chant japa together, it sets up strong vibrations, and it is wonderful to chant in such an environment. Thus, wherever possible, devotees should attend the morning japa at the temple. Alternatively, devotees staying at home locality can meet at common place on as many days as possible and chant together. This is highly recommended. Japa early morning. Japa should be done early in the morning, ideally during the Brahm Muhurat time. If that time is not possible, it should be done at the earliest thereafter. Rising early is mandatory for all devotees, and there should be no compromise in this regard. It is desirable to have a fixed time for one's morning japa. Discipline. Next page, please. Discipline about timings is an important element of sadhana bhakti. One should try to finish at least 10 to 12 rounds definitely before leaving home for work. The more the better. Loudness. Japa may be done softly to oneself or aloud. Good japa does not necessarily mean loud japa. What is important is not how loudly you are chanting, but how attentively we are hearing. When chanting amongst other devotees, we should be sensitive to not disturb their concentration. Holy names or pastimes. One question that is sometimes asked by devotees is whether they can think of pastimes of Krishna while doing japa. Let's see what Srila Prabhupada says about this. So you cannot make any distinction between listening to the sound and this is not clear on the left side. Sorry. And thinking of the pastimes. But the process is to hear, and then Krishna's pastimes, form, qualities, etc. will automatically come to mind. At another place, Srila Prabhupada says, generally it is the process to simply chant and hear. But if Krishna's Leela comes to remembrance, that is very good. It should come automatically. Not that you are remembering artificially. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Cheri Madani.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat. The lack of religious principles in Kali Yuga is more than the compensated by the process of chanting the holy name. It is said that this age of Kali is three-fourths devoid of religious principles. Hardly one-fourth of the principles of religion are still observed in this age. But by the mercy of Lord Krishna, this vacancy of Kali Yuga has not only been completely filled, but the religious process has been made so easy that simply by rendering transcendental loving service unto Lord Krishna by chanting his holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, one can achieve the highest result of religion, namely being transferred to the highest planet within the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari ki jai, Sitaram Lakshman Bhaktanuman ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Morning Japa program ki jai, Amrut Vani ki jai. So this in the morning we have been reading about the Vaishnava etiquettes. It is very, very important subject, and almost every devotee should follow them properly and hear them. And if they can purchase a book, that will be a guide for them for the future bhakti. We have been following this etiquette right from the beginning as to how we should be sitting in the temple, the posture, how we should be dressing in the temple, how should we talking in the and avoiding arguments in the temple, how to respect the senior devotees and the other devotees like that, and even to the extent that how to eat prasadam and how to honor prasadam and how to distribute prasadam and all that. Today we are mainly discussing about the japa, chanting of the holy name, which is actually it's a part of bhakti, devotional service. It is said that japa is not a race. Normally, the chanting has to be done like Prabhupada does. And we should hear each and every word of that clearly and not a race. Sometimes it so happens that some of the persons may have to go for the job. So they want to finish the japa, but it's not necessary. Some of the acharyas have advised that if you are not able to complete the japa in the morning time, then you can do it at different timings before lunch, before dinner, or even before breakfast. As it is, 16 rounds have to be completed. Earlier the better. If we do it in the morning time is better. It is said that Bhagavad Gita, the shloka comes, Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasya jagrati sanyami, yasya jagrati bhutani sa nisha sarvabhaktanam. So it is said that the devotees normally sleep early when the others are still watching TV or attending parties or sleeping late. And the devotees get up early in the morning when the people are still sleeping. So we should always try to finish our japa during the Brahmurat, which is 1.5 hours before the sunrise and one and a half hour after the sunrise. That is about 3 hours. time is there. So, and then it is said that this japa should be discussed amongst the devotees. Whenever we meet any devotees, we should always be speaking about japa, because japa is a part of a bhakti, and how to be done, and how we discuss about the pastimes of Krishna during that time. And it is said that japa is best in association of devotees. As we know that Lord Krishna had told once Narad Muni that you will not find me in Vaikuntha, neither you will find me in the heart of the yogis, but you will find me wherever in the group, in the congregation, where my devotees are glorifying my name and chanting in a group. So it is always necessary to be in the association. And also it is possible that when we are chanting alone, of course, Haridas Thakur was the exception, who chanted alone in sitting in front of Tulasi Maharani. But then, if we in Kali Yuga, it is very rare, like Haridas Thakur. We should always try to go in the congregation, in the company, and keep on chanting. The advantage of that is not only getting the mercy of the Lord, but also if while chanting we feel little sleepy or laziness or tiredness, then the other people are there watching and they will make us, alert us. Then it is said that the japa should be the sound or voice volume of the japa should be such that you should be able to hear your sound, your vibrations of the japa clearly, each and every word. All these 16 words of the japa should be heard clearly and carefully. But when we are alone and there is nobody, then you can chant little loudly, because it is said that the vibrations of chanting are so important and so purifying. Even those like insects, birds, or animals which are nearby, or even the plants, when they hear about the vibrations of the chanting, they also get advantage and get freed from their present lives. But normally when we are in a group, the chanting should be so that we don't disturb the others. So, while it is also said that in Navda Bhakti, hearing, that is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Sumaranam. While chanting, we should always try to not only hear the words of the chanting clearly, but also we should try to remember the pastimes of the Lord. By doing so, it comes automatically when you are having a small picture or a murti of Lord Krishna in front of you. You will find that the Lord comes and chants on your tongue. So it is always better to remember the Lord while chanting. So far, Amrut Vani is concerned, in the Kali Yuga, it is said that almost 75% of the people are irreligious. They are not following the regulative principles, neither chanting or doing any sort of bhakti. It is said that in the Bhagavad Gita, Neha abhikram nasho asti pratyavayona vidyate shulpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. Thode se thodi bhakti, little bhakti, whatever we do, it will save us from the greatest danger. And not only that, when we leave this body, that bhakti comes along with us and we take the birth again in another spiritual family, so that we are able to finish our remaining portion of the bhakti. So it is always better to keep on chanting, following the regulative principles, four regulative principles, which is no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. These are the things which should be avoided. And in addition, we should keep on chanting, because in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to shower his mercy on all type of the species, all type of the people, without any caste or creed. So we should always keep on chanting, as he said, to purify ourselves. And then, of course, the chanting has to be done in such a way, humbly, without expecting any respect from the others, by respecting others, and always keep on chanting. Not only that, we should avoid the 10 offenses which we have been reading always. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you.